Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Andrew Rogers back courtside to wrap things up here from Holt Fieldhouse in our first of two games on this November 29th. Carson-Newman takes care of Catawba 79-75 in the sack opener. It's Carson-Newman's first sack win of the year. They've won now 8 of their last 9 sack openers thanks to this 4-point victory. Around the league today, Coker goes to Tusculum and wins by 27 points in a bounce-back effort. Coker got a game-high 15 from Shantiana Tillman in the 72-45 victory over the Pioneers. Cobras are 1-0 in the league. Newberry stays unbeaten. They beat Livingstone 65-61. Wolves got 23 from Raquel Brown in the victory. Elsewhere in the league, these are all other non-conference affairs the SAC teams played today. Young Harris defeated UVA Wise 78-62. Young Harris led by Annalise Malone. Madison Looney had 18 for the Cavaliers. Johnson C. Smith takes care of Mars Hill 67-48. The Lions were outscored by 12 points in that second half and fall by 19 points. Once again, the final score here from Holt Fieldhouse, it's Carson-Newman 79 and Catawba 75. Lady Eagles are back on the floor next Saturday at ranked Coker. It's a 2 o'clock tip with 1:45 airtime. But for now, we bring you the AEC countdown to tip-off as Carson-Newman men's basketball plays its third straight game against a Peach Belt Conference team. That heads your way after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
2 defenders, chucks up a runner, it hits, count it, and 1.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off powered by the Appalachian Electric Cooperative.
A dagger for Nick. Nobody has made more threes in Division II history than Nick Brennigan.
Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Tri-Light, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burke Tar Stadium press box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Greetings, salutations, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you inside of Holt FIeldhouse, where Carson-Newman is set to square off with the Augusta Jaguars for the first time in nearly 2 decades. Chuck Benson, his second crack at career win 400, and he takes it against the Peach Belt's all-time leader in wins in men's basketball. That's the legendary Dip Metris in his 30th year as a coach and his 22nd at Augusta. 592 wins all-time for Dip Metris, whose teams have gone to a few Final Fours, a couple national title games in his tenure down in Augusta, Georgia. Carson-Newman looking to get over a last-second loss to North Georgia on Wednesday. We'll see how the Eagles handle that and how Chuck Benson plans for Carson-Newman to handle that. His pregame chat headed your way after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
An interview with head coach Chuck Benson heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Time to check in with the Eagles head coach. Here's Chuck Benson alongside the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back on the AEC countdown to tip-off as Carson-Newman readies for its first meeting with the Augusta Jaguars in nearly 2 decades. Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, you wrap up this tour of the Peach Belt with a 3rd consecutive game against that league and an Augusta team that made the NCAA tournament last season. If we're talking Augusta, we've got to talk Dip Metris. You haven't officially coached against the Peach Belt's all-time leader in coaching victories, but there have been plenty of seasons where you've come back from someplace in South Carolina after a scrimmage with Augusta. It feels like that happens every other fall. So while you haven't officially seen the Jaguars, you have scrimmaged frequently against them in Dip Metris. What style do you expect out of this crew here today?
You just know what you're going to get with those guys. They're going to keep it simple. not gonna complicate things. In the half court, they're going to guard you soundly, and offensively, they're going to try to touch paint. I think he's always done a good job of constructing his rosters. And, like you said, we've never really played him in the regular season, but we've scrimmaged, good Lord, 8 to 10 times over the time I've been the head coach here. And we sought that out because they were a great competitor for us. So I know that we are going to have our it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be really tough. This is the Peach Belt week for us at Lander, at North Georgia, now hosting Augusta. And then we jump into conference play. But we wanted this right before we jumped into conference play, so we would have our point sharpened, so to speak, as we take on SAC foes.
You certainly go against one of the better scorers in the Peach Belt in Elias Powelson. He's the reigning Peach Belt Player of the Week and averaging nearly 24 points per game over his last 5 with 3 straight 25-plus point games. What sticks out to you about what the Icelandic sophomore does?
I mean, I think there's a lot of similarities with him and our own Jack Browder, except he's 6'7". He's putting together a really nice sophomore campaign, 20-plus points and a handful of rebounds, and and he's just coming into that new role. As a freshman, he wasn't expected to perform like that, but as a sophomore on this young Augusta club, he is expected, and he's delivering so far this season. So we know we've got to be aware of where he's at and make offense as difficult for him in the half court as possible.
Adam Cavalier alongside head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. You tasted defeat for the first time all season on Wednesday against North Georgia. How has the process been for this team handling that and responding positively to it?
Well, it's November. In November, it's you're finding out a lot. To be honest, Kevin, you and I both know this, maybe more so than anybody. We lost a lot from last year in terms of personnel, and this roster it has got a lot of new faces, 8 total, and some guys that are playing for the first time in their careers in college. So we've to be honest, I think we're probably a little bit further along than I anticipated this team would be in November. But coming into a loss like we did at North Georgia, a top 15 ranked team, we don't hit panic. We've come away from that actually with more positives than negatives. And as I said, like early in the year with a new roster and replacing the 5,200/3,900 points from last year's roster was going to be a tough deal. And I'm sort of liking where we are at right now, despite that loss at North Georgia.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck today against the Jaguars.
Great. Thanks, Kev.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. The starting lineup's head your way when the AEC countdown to tip-off wraps up after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Power comes with not only having a voice, but knowing that it is heard. As part of an electric co-op, you're not just getting electricity, you're getting the power to have your voice heard and the opportunity to work together with your community to create a better tomorrow. Here, you're not just a customer, you're a member. AEC, empowering voices just like yours.
Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is next.
Trip Davis, marvelous, with the hands on one end and the guile to finish on the other.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This
bounce feed inside, Browder right block through contact. He gets it to go.
Is Carson-Newman men's basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
To the cup, right hand leaner, rolls off front side. Jaws there for the tip. Ooze hit it. Ooze hit it. Carson-Newman celebrates.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Fresh Ideas, by the Eagle Club, First Bank, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, by the Eagle Shop, Tri-Light, by Premier Building Maintenance, by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, by the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
We welcome you back courtside to historic Frosty Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman and Augusta set to do battle for the 11th time all-time. Eagles lead the all-time series 6-4, but the Jaguars, under the legendary Dip Metris, have won 3 straight in the series. Those meetings all took place in the Ox. It's been 19 years since these two teams got together on the hardwood. Starting lineups first for Augusta. Dip Metris trots out a youthful lineup featuring exclusively underclassmen. 3 guards, 2 forwards. The guards, Rodney Scott, Charlie McBeath, and Elias Powelson, the reigning Peach Belt Player of the Week, who averages 17.4 points per game. The forwards, Matthias Sonoto and Louis Nonfone out of Berlin, Germany. Nonfone, 14.6 points, 7.1 rebounds per game. Carson-Newman utilizes the same starting 5 that it has every game this season. That is the quintet of Jack Browder, Rylan Houck, Braden Illick, Khalees Fry, and Matt Bilbray. Jack Browder's averaging a double-double, 19.5 points, 10.8 rebounds per game. Augusta out in black road jerseys, white numerals trimmed in a powder blue. Augusta written in that powder blue, trimmed in white above the numerals on the front. Eagles out in the pristine home whites, white tops, white shorts, orange numerals on the front and back of the jerseys, trimmed in blue. Carson-Newman written around the numerals on the front in blue, trimmed in orange. Illick versus Zanato for the jump. And we are set for basketball from Holt Fieldhouse. Ball is in the air. Illick knocks it back to Houck, and the Eagles control the tip for a 5th consecutive game. Moving the basketball from left to right against man-to-man D from the Jaguars. Bilbray lobs Illick left block, turns, can't get the bunny to fall. Rotates out left side and into Scott's arms. Scott brings the Jaguars front court scoreless, 16 seconds in. Zanato, head of the key for Scott, around to the right wing. McBeath drops it off for Powelson in the right corner. Baseline drive on Houck, gets it right block, teardrop up, left it short, follows his own miss, and lays it in with the left hand. Second chance points lead to a 2-0 lead for Augusta. 19:25 to go in the first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Bilbray lobs Illick at the free throw line. Zanato defends him. Illick takes it to the head of the key, pulls straight on 3, spins out front side. Powelson's there for the rebound for the Jags. Augusta brings it right to left in all black. Powelson off to the left point for Zanato, around to Scott right point. Scott, one left-hand dribble, picks it up for McBeath, back to Scott, and around to the right corner for Zanato. Lobs, McBeath, fade away, 10-footer, good from the right side of the lane. High difficulty for Charlie McBeath. Augusta has scored the first 4 in this one to take a 4-0 lead, 75 seconds in. Eagles onto the offensive end. Bilbray right wing tries a triple, misses it long. Fry tips the rebound to himself left baseline. Second chance for the Eagles. Fry dishes out Bilbray right corner. Bilbray drives baseline, backs it out to Illick right wing. Out to the top of the key for Hauk. Hauk slips Browder left wing. High hands there for McBeath, 7 to shoot. Browder left around a Fry screen to the corner. Baseline drive, right hand finish. Jack Browder to the cup for a deuce. 4-2, Eagles down 2, 18-15 to go in the first half. Jaguars onto the offensive end. McBeath into the paint for Powelson. Powelson right block erased by Illick. Hauk the rebound and running. Hauk into the front court. Drives left of the paint. Scoops it up with the left hand and scores. Off glass over top of McBeath. 4-4 ball game. 17:57 to go in the first half. Jags front court. Fry a near steal at the top of the key. Zanato gathers it in. Finds Scott. Head of the key. 17-footer. Swishes it. Frantic pace early. Augusta seesaws back in front. 6-4, 17:42 to play in the opening half. Eagles front court. Bilbray harassed by Scott on the perimeter. Moves left around and Illick screen to the top of the key. Bilbray moseying inside. Backs out Browder left point. 13 to shoot. Browder resets head of the key. McBeath on him. Browder leaps and passes Fry left wing. 8 seconds to go. Fry drive, dish, Browder right corner. Catch three, bottom. Jack Browder hits the first three of the night for Carson-Newman, and the Eagles have their first lead. 7-6, 17-10 to go in the opening stanza. Jags onto the offensive end. Eagles in their matchup zone. Lob it to Nonfin, left block. Gets inside on Illick, a whistle and a foul. Presumably on Illick. It is his first, the first on the Eagles. The question becomes, was Nonfin in the act of shooting? And indeed he is. 2-shot foul for a career 58% free throw shooter. He has improved here in his sophomore year. 65% at the line for the Berlin native. Right-hander pushes up the first. Didn't get the roll. It hit the front iron, spun around the left lip of the rim, hit the heel, came back around the left lip and fell off the front. So the best Nonfin can do is tie this game. 3 minutes into the contest, Eagles by 1. Nonfin, the pause, holds the ball at his left hip, bounces it once, flicks the free throw up, doesn't get the roll off the front of the rim. Browder's there for his first rebound. And the Eagles bring it from left to right. 662nd career board for Jack Browder. Eagles onto the offensive end. Browder left wing into the high post. Fry touches it down to Illick left block. Too strong with the right hand. Nonfin cleans up the miss. Eagle fans, AEC is your local electric co-op service you can trust, value you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, where AEC, powering what matters most. Jags onto the offensive end. Scott left wing, drops it off Nonfin left block. Backs down Illick, spins left, now twists right, kicks it to Scott head of the key. Out to Powelson right point. Powelson shoves off Fry, creates space and drains the three. Powelson used the right arm bar to discard Khalees Fry. And the 38% three-point shooter makes that one to put Augusta back in front. Jags have started 4 of 6 from the field. 9-7 Jags, 16:03 to play first half. Eagles on the offensive end. Bilbray wants a left corner answer. Halfway down and out, flips over the top lip of the rim. And Nonfin corrals the rebound, his second in the middle of the paint. Jags bring it right to left, looking to extend a 2-point lead. They've had the hot hand. 4 of their last 5 have made. Zanato right of the paint, tough, twisting, 10-foot fadeaway, is short off the right iron. Hauk the rebound, sprinting front court. Hauk hands off Bilbray right wing, open look from deep. Bilbray strong off the heel. Nonfin a third rebound on the left baseline for the Jags. Augusta moves right to left in black jerseys and white numerals. McBeath off to Zanato right wing, hands off to Scott on the perimeter. Around the horn it goes against the Eagles matchup zone. High post touch Powelson. One dribble, takes it in on Browder. Missed it strong, got his own missed. Shoves it back up and draws a foul. Free throws for Elias Powelson when we return to Holt Fieldhouse. 9-7, Jaguars leading as Khalees Fry is charged with his first personal and the second on the Eagles. 9-7 Jags. Carson-Newman hasn't scored in 2 minutes. Augusta looks to make it a 2-possession lead at the line when we return after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
$15:15 to go in the first half. 9-7 Augusta leads Carson-Newman. Eagles have started 3 of 9 from the field and 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. Jags 4 of 8. And Elias Powson has made the only 3 that the Jags have attempted. And he's at line shooting 2 free throws on the other side of this media break. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles, so when you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Large one-topping pies are $6.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Powson shorts the first free throw. Jags are 0 for 3 at the line as a team, and Powson typically pretty good at 80% for his career. Bends the knees, second one's up, and swishes. 10-7 Jags. 15:15 to go in the first half. Ollie Smith is into the game for Carson-Newman, as is Isaac Stamper out there with Bilbray, Browder, and Hauk. And then Wilberg checks in for the Jaguars for the first time with Tobias Prohl. Out of the key for Bilbray. Finds Stamper left point, chest pass, Browder left wing. Dribbles right, feeds Stamper cutting to the cup. Power dribble, lost the handle on it. It's loose at the free throw line and scooped up by Nonfun. First turnover today for either team. Eagles scoring drought continues. Zanato head of the key, pulls the string onto the 3, and the 22% shooter drains that one. 6-point lead for Augusta is the Jaguars' largest. 13-7, 14:33 to play in the first half. 7-0 run for Augusta. Eagles front court. Browder left block, twists, turns, layup won't fall. Eagles 3 of 10 from the field. The scoring drought nearing 3 minutes for Carson-Newman. Jags with it front court. McBeath, head of the key. Swings Zanato left wing. Skip it right wing for Wilberg. Wilberg left point. Prohl a 3. He nails it. Tobias Prohl just 24% from beyond the arc on the season. And he makes it a 10-0 Augusta run to get up by 9. 16-7 with 13:48 to play in the first half. Eagles in dire need of a bucket. Bilbray inside, fades from the middle of the lane, left it strong off the heel. Smith an offensive rebound right baseline. Gets it to Hauk right wing. Hauk drives on Zanato to the cup. Finish with the right hand off glass. Count it and 1. That stops Carson-Newman's 3-minute, 30-second scoring drought. Rylan Hauk to the line after the foul on Charlie McBeath. His first, the first on the Jags. 16-9, Eagles within 7. Augusta shooting 60% from the field, and they've made all 3 of their threes. Hauk's and 1 free throw is strong off the heel. Nonfun chases down the rebound in the left corner. And the Drags bring it right to left, leading by 7 after a 10-0 run. Eagles stay in the matchup zone. Wilberg right wing, bounces Zanato right baseline. Skip out left wing McBeath. McBeath to the baseline, fades from 15 and swishes it. Augusta unconscious to start, 7 of 11 from the field for a team averaging 46% coming in. 137th nationally, but Dick Metris' club shooting the cover off the ball. They're up by 9. 18-9, 13 minutes to go in the first half. Eagles front court. Stamper goes to work inside, shoots from point-blank range, can't get it to fall over Zanato, and then he saves in the rebound to Tobias Prawl. Jags front court. Bounce feed Nonfin left block. Leans back, can't hit it off the back iron. Stamper grabs the miss on the right block. The Eagles bring it left to right. 12-2 Augusta run to create separation. Houck baseline drive to the cup. Airballs the layup. Got his own miss. Takes it back right block and lays it in. Rylan Houck has 6 points to lead Carson-Newman. Eagles are down 7. Quick three on the other end. Right wing is off the mark for McBeath. Stamper the board. Eagles fly front court. Bilbray, right wing. Zanato picks him up. Matching height on Bilbray. Bilbray, chest pass Smith, top of the key. Smith, step back three over Nonfin, off to the right, no good. Prowl snakes down to the right block to snag the rebound amongst the trees, and the Jags bring it right to left. Left wing, Prowl fires to the left elbow for Zanato. Twisting, turning, McBeath, right baseline, fader, no. Smith slams the rebound on the left block. Eagles bring it front court and lose it out of bounds. Brings us to a break in the action. 11:45 to play in the first half. Augusta 18, Carson-Newman 11. Eagles just 31% from the field. Back to Holt after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Adam Cavalier, happy to have you courtside. Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control. It's an 18-11 lead for Augusta over Carson-Newman thanks to a 10-0 first half run. Hey, Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, that's the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Fry, Brown, Smith, Illick, Browder on the floor for Carson-Newman. Augusta can send the lead out to double digits with a three on this possession. They've got Prowl, McBeath, Wilberg, Zanato, and Nonfun. Illick, a block of a Prowl runner in the middle of the lane. Saved by Powelson and kicked into the right corner, where it deflects out of bounds off of Braden Illick. Dip Metris is pleading that the possession changed on that exchange. Officials say no, it did not. 10 on the shot clock for Augusta to work with. Powelson. Inbounds to Nonfin in the right wing, up to Prowl, head of the key. Brown took it away. 3-on-3 break. Brown, Euroing through the lane, left hand, flips it up and in off glass. Tough take for the freshman Colin Brown, his first points. Eagles are within 5, 18-13 with 11:08 to play in the first half. Pacheco off to Prowl, right wing. Quick three, spins out right side. Ollie Smith, the right baseline rebound. Smith ahead to Browder, who brings it over the timeline right side. Browder to the wing, chest pass Smith up top. Back to Browder, right wing. Browder curls into the paint, drives to the basket. Right hand finger roll, won't fall. And Browder unable to corral the rebound. It's off his hands and out of bounds. Back to Augusta. Jaguars, after a torrid 7 of 11 start from the field, have cooled off. They haven't scored in 2.5 minutes and have missed 5 straight shots. Jaguars are +2 on the glass. Eagles 6 of 18 from the field as a team. Augusta looking to extend a 5-point lead on this possession. They've led by as many as 9 here in the first half. Pacheco. 2 passes over to Prowl left wing. Browder sticks to him. Lob it down to Nonfin left baseline. Nonfin squares up, drives in on Illick, shot up. Illick blocked it. Nonfin grabbed the miss. Pass into the Carson-Newman bench is tipped out by Browder, and it stays with Augusta with 4 to shoot. Nonfin checks out. Zanotto's back in. Shot clock at 4 as Rodney Scott inbounds from the left corner. Smith defends the inbounder. Scott triggers into Pacheco. 3-2, out to Powson, right wing, heaves it up. Draws iron, no, Smith the board. Eagles sprint left to right. Fry in transition, down the left side of the lane, stripped out of his hands and out of bounds by Zanotto. Stays with Carson-Newman. No points for Augusta over the last 3:05. Eagles trying to take advantage. Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles, located in the MSAC Grand Hall. The Eagle Shop has all of your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. Visit them online at eagleshop.cn.edu. Inbounds was batted out of bounds by Jack Browder. Second try for the Eagles. Browder gets it into Illick at the top of the key. Illick for Browder, right wing, catch 3 on the way, spins out left side. Whistle foul on the tussle for the board. It is on Pacheco, his first. The second on the Jags. And a ball out of bounds underneath the basket. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. Fry triggers into Illick in the left wing. Illick hands off Browder there. Flips it, Smith head of the key. Back to Browder, right point. Got a sliver of daylight, tries a triple. Front of the rim, no good. Nonfin elevates for the rebound. Eagles 1 of 8 from long range. Haven't been able to take advantage of this 2-minute, 16-second Augusta scoring drought. A turnover, Smith the steal on the baseline. Ahead to Browder, 3-on-2. Brown, right corner, drives inside, shuffles off Fry, left block. Pumps, turns, right-hand hook, air ball. Browder went up for the rebound, lost it, and it's in the hands of Scott in the left corner. We've stagnated here inside of Holt Fieldhouse. 3.5 minutes without a bucket for Augusta. Eagles have scored just 2 points in the last 2.5 minutes. Been unable to take advantage of this Augusta swoon. Powson out between the rings to Rodney Scott. Scott chest pass left wing. Zanotto tries a second triple. It's off the mark. Smith elevates to the rebound, right block for the Eagles. Head to Brown. Brown in transition. Got stripped going up. Zanotto the steal in the middle of the paint. Hands off to Scott. And the Jags bring it front court. We have not seen a bucket in this game in more than 2 minutes. A 4-minute scoring drought for the Jags, a 2-minute scoring drought for the Eagles. Teams have combined 0 for their last 12. Powson stops that. He was left alone on the left wing, and he drills a 3. First Augusta points in 4 minutes. Eagles unable to take advantage of that swoon. They cut it to 5. Now it's back to an 8-point game. 21-13 with 8:36 to go in the first half. And as Browder gets it across the timeline, McBeath reaches in. His second personal. Team's third. 21-13 Jags with 8:35 to go in the first half. Augusta started this game hot. 7 of 11 from the field to open up. 1 of 9 since, but they're still leading by 8. Eagles unable to take advantage of that 4-minute scoring drought. Inbounds comes to the head of the key to Braden Illick. He dribbles over to the left corner, stops and hands off Ollie Smith. Smith curling for a 3, airball it wide to the right and out of bounds. Ball back to Augusta. Carson-Newman 28% from the field here in the opening half. And the Eagles now mired in a 2-minute, 50-second scoring drought. This is the second drought that Carson-Newman has suffered through of soon to be 3 minutes or longer here in the first half. Down by 8, 21-13 with 8:10 to play in the first half. Eagles in the matchup zone. Powson into the high post, pilfered by Fry. Fry in transition, goes behind the back and gets called for a carry. They called Fry for a carry on the behind-the-back dribble. It's the 4th turnover for Carson-Newman. Eagles looked like they had something cooking in transition. But Fry called for a carry when he went behind the back to weave through traffic. Jags with it on the offensive end, up by 8. Scott, 2 passes over to Powson, right corner. Pump fakes a 3, moves inside on Smith. Bounce feed across the lane and out of bounds. It's to Carson-Newman. Carson-Newman's fourth turnover begets Augusta's fourth turnover. Mired in the offensive doldrums here at Holt FIeldhouse. Augusta 21, Carson-Newman 13. Eagles haven't scored in 3.5 minutes. Augusta just 1-3 in the last 6. But it's a 21-13 lead for the Jags. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Shots not dropping here in the first half for Carson-Newman. Eagles 27% from the field and 1 of 9 from beyond the arc. Defenses kept things close. Augusta's at 40%. Started 7 of 11 from the field, but have cooled off since then. The Jaguars, 1 of their last 9, but the Eagles have been unable to take advantage of Augusta's scoring swoon. Carson-Newman front court with the basketball, down by 8 with 7:37 to go in the opening half. Bilbray right around a Fry screen through the head of the key, stops right elbow, pivots, passes out right wing Houck. Houck back to Bilbray, 8 on the shot clock. Man-to-man, he drives on Nonfin, leaps and passes Browder, left corner, catch 3, swishes it with a hand in his face from Zanato. Jack Browder stops a near 4-minute scoring drought for the Eagles. He's got 8 points, and Carson-Newman is back within 5. He's 3 away from 15th on the all-time scoring list is Jack Browder. Augusta on the offensive end. Scott, head of the key. Spins it out, left point. Zanato tries the 3. Ricochets off to the left. Prawl an offensive rebound. Reset for the Jags. Scott, chest pass McBeath right wing. McBeath out to the top of the key for Scott. Yo-yo's inside on Fry. Peels out to the right corner. Curls out to the right wing and gives off for Prawl, who tries to step back 3. Left it short front iron. Browder rises for his second board, and the Eagles push left to right. Houck down to the right block. Muscles up a shot. Airballed it. Illick an offensive rebound. Sticks it back off the glass. Count that one for Braden Illick, his first points. Eagles have scored 5 in a row, and they're down 3. 21-18 with 6:22 to play in the first half. Jags 1 bucket in the last 6 minutes. Eagles looking for another stop. Scott off to the right corner for Prawl. Back to Scott, right point. 8 to shoot. Scott down the left side of the lane. Heaves up a layup. No good off the backboard and front iron. Illick the rebound. Ahead to Bilbray. Bilbray, no look. Houck right block. Lays it up. No. Fry follows through. Doesn't matter. It's a goaltend. Count the basket from Houck. So he'll get credit and have 8 points. Eagles are within 1 off of a 7-0 run. 21-20 Augusta, 5:56 to go in the first half. Augusta hasn't scored in 2 minutes and 53 seconds. They've got the 1 Powson 3 in the last 8 minutes of game action, but still lead. McBeath lobs inside for Nonfin. Nonfin dispossessed by Fry. Loose ball to the top of the key. Fry, the guy that picks it up. Eagles race the other way, ahead to Houck. Houck drives inside, right hand finish, count it! Off the glass, 9 straight for the Eagles, they've got the lead. 22-21, 5:30 to play in the first half. It's a 3-minute scoring drought for the Jags. Powson shovels inside Nonfin, it's off his hands and out of bounds. Carson-Newman ball. Augusta turns it over for the 6th time this half. 1 bucket for the Jags in the last 8 minutes. They are one of their last 12 from the floor after starting 7 for 11. Eagles in the middle of a 9-0 or a 13-3 run, depending on how you want to look at it. Illick between the rings, zips it left corner. Browder catch 3, back iron no. Rebound punched up, grabbed by Fry in the right corner. Baseline drive, takes off and throws it down with the right hand. Khalees Fry left naked, and the Eagles have scored 11 straight. 24-21 Carson-Newman, 4:52 to play in the first half. Jags onto the offensive end. Prowl on the right wing. Two-hand pass inside. Free throw line jumper. That's in for Wilberg. Augusta's first points in 4 minutes. They bring it within 1, 24-23. 4:33 to go in the first half. Eagles bring the basketball from left to right. Illick at the head of the key. Nonfin defends him. Illick sends it right corner. Houck, baseline drive. Leaps, passes out Browder. Off to Illick. Right point. Open look from deep. Left it short. Long rebound tracked down by Prowl in front of the Augusta bench. Jags move it right to left, down by 1. Wilberg out to Prowl between the rings. Sends it to Powelson right wing. Oops down to McBeath in the right corner. McBeath. 1 left-hand dribble, now 2. Left-hand pass. Make it 2 of them to Powelson left wing. Browder defends him at the top of the zone. Bounce feed inside Nonfin left block. Backs down Illick. Turns right, spins left, left-hand scoop. Barely hits rim. Illick saves the rebound in. It's deflected, now saved again, but to Nonfin. Second chance for the Jaguars. Resetting Powelson right wing. Chance to retake the lead for Augusta. McBeath drives inside, lays it up, missed everything but a foul. 2 free throws after Houck gets charged with his first personal. The third on the Eagles. 3:35 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman 24, Augusta 23. Jaguars a 10-0 run, Eagles an 11-0 answer. We've had 1 tie, we've had 3 lead changes. Eagles defense, the story here late in the first half. Can Carson-Newman keep it up? Find out when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
3:35 to go in the first half. It has been a defensive-minded first half of basketball between these two teams. Neither team shooting better than 37% from the field. But it has come in swoons and spells. Carson-Newman fell behind by 9 early as Augusta rattled off a 10-0 run. Then Augusta went cold from the 13-minute mark to the 5-minute mark. The Jags only made 1 shot. But Carson-Newman had its own little 4-minute scoring drought in the interim there before eventually putting things together offensively to go on either an 11-0 or a 13-3 run, depending on how you want to look at it. Eagles got up by 3, and now McBeath at the line buries the first free throw to tie this game for the second time at 24 with 3:35 to go in the first half. McBeath, 75% free throw shooter for the freshman out of Sydney, Australia. Sends the second one up. Got the roll. Bounced twice on the front of the rim and then fell through. Augusta retakes the lead, 25-24. 3:30 to play in the first half. Eagles on to the offensive end. Bill Bray in all white at the head of the key. Moves down the left side of the paint, backs it out. Browder up top. Browder brings the ball to his knees, puts the ball on the floor with the right hand, stops right block, and finishes through contact off the glass. Jack Browder is the second Eagle in the double figures. He has 10, one away from top 15 all time in the Carson-Newman all-time scoring annals, and he puts Carson-Newman back in front, 26-25. 3 minutes on the button to play first half. Hauck a steal on the left side of the lane. Doesn't have numbers as he brings it front court. Went behind the back on the right block, lost it, reverse layup short. Smith tap, no, whistle, foul. Let's unpack this. Foul was on Kendon Wilberg, his first, team's fourth, and it's a shooting foul on Ollie Smith. So Smith to the line, looking to extend a 1-point lead for the Eagles. Southpaw sends through the first, nothing but strings. Ollie, a 79% free throw shooter for his career. After a season at Lees McRae, he's 9 of 13 at the stripe this season. Make it 10 of 14 as he rattles in the second. 3-point lead for the Eagles, 28-25 with 2:48 to go in the first half. Jags break Carson-Newman's 2-2-1 press and bring it front court. McBeath, right point, loops it Prawl left point. Router out to defend him at the top of the zone. Drop it off Nonfin left block. Spins left on Illick. Illick straight up blocked it. Nonfin grabs the miss, takes it back into the paint, spins left, shoots over Illick. No, Illick bats the rebound to himself on the right block, and the Eagles bring it left to right. Great post defense by Braden Illick. Router off to Illick, left wing. He dials long distance. No connection. It's off the side of the backboard. Rebound snared by Powelson. Jags bring it right to left, down by 3. No field goals in the last 2.5 minutes. Prowl tries to snap that, and he does with a right wing 3. Second make from range of the day for Tobias Prawl. We're deadlocked at 28 with 1:50 to go in the first half. Eagles bring it left to right. Hauck into the high post. Illick, touch pass. Browder is pilfered by McBeath. Good cover by McBeath to force Carson-Newman's 6th turnover. Jags look to retake the lead this possession. McBeath twisting inside, dispossessed by Smith. 2-on-1 break. Smith up the left sideline. Leans in, goes glass, and connects over Elias Powelson. Eagles lead 30-28. 80 seconds left in the first half. Jags with it front court. Prawl out to Powelson between the rings. Reigning Peach Belt Player of the Week. Switches it back to Prawl right wing. Yo-yo's inside, back to Prowlson right point. Muscles inside on Browder. Browder stripped him going up, and it's out of bounds. Staying with Augusta. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital, laser focused on your success. Wilberg, bounce feed inside, grabbed by Zanato, feeds out Prowl for a right point triple, short off the front iron. Browder got a paw to the rebound, but Zanato corrals, flicks it into the right corner for a Pacheco 3, and he drains it. 31-30, Augusta retakes the lead off of their 4th, 5th, and 6th second chance points. It's 31-30 Jags, 45 seconds left in the first half. Hauck right baseline, Leach passes Browder, left point, open look deep. Front iron, no. Zanato, the board in the middle of the lane. Good look from Browder. Three's not falling for the Eagles. They're 2 for 14 from beyond the arc. 8-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Shots at 17, games at 25. As Wilberg skips into the left corner for Pacheco. Drop it off the left block, Zanato. Backs down Illick. Turns right, chest pass, Pacheco right corner. Out to Powelson right wing. Heaves up a 3 and swishes it. Timeout for Dip Metris. Powelson with 12 points. Augusta has gone up 34-30 with 10.7 seconds left in the first half. Little 6-0 run for the Jags, all from beyond the arc. 7 of 14 from deep here in the first half for an Augusta team that came in making 8 threes a game at a 32% clip. Well, they've hit them here today inside of Holt Fieldhouse. They're 5 of 17 from inside the three-point stripe. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. See what Carson-Newman comes up with here to try to close the first half. Carson-Newman has made one more shot than the Jags, but Augusta's 7 of 14 effort from deep is the difference in this one. Bilbray races over the timeline left side against Prow. Stops, starts, gets down the left side of the paint, fades, chucks up a 10-footer, and the fadeaway falls in. And that is the final play of the first half. So at the break, Augusta 34, Carson-Newman 32, a first half in which the Eagles trailed by as many as 9 before roaring back with an 11-0 run to get back into it. But Augusta, that little 6-0 burst before the halftime break to take a modicum of control, headed into the halftime locker room. Eagles down by 2 at the break, looking to get Chuck Benson his 400th career victory as a head coach. We'll see if the Eagles have a second half comeback in the offing. But before we get there, Eagles Shop halftime report headed your way after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
AEC is a distributor of Marathon energy-efficient water heaters. We offer 30-gallon to 105-gallon tanks. Marathon water heaters are durable, lightweight, and under warranty to not leak as long as you own your home. Foam insulation allows these thermal storage units to provide long-term temperature control. Marathon's lightweight tank is easier to maneuver and position, and the bowl-shaped tank bottom allows complete sediment drain. AEC, empowering efficiency.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the Eagles Shop halftime report in 60 seconds. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
It's halftime on the Eagles Sports Network. Highlights, a check of the Eagles Shop scoreboard, and stats are headed your way.
Fry takes it away from him. Fry runs the middle of the lane and throws it down with the right hand.
Now let's head back to the arena. Here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Halftime at Holt FIeldhouse, and Carson-Newman trails Augusta 34-32. Carson-Newman ranked 25th in the latest NABC coaches poll. You would presume probably the Eagles will dip out of that after the loss to North Georgia on Wednesday, but certainly need to win here against the Jags to continue to receive consideration for that national ranking. And it is 2 points to the good for Augusta at the halftime break. The Jaguars with the lead at the break, in spite of going 8 minutes in that first half with only one made field goal. And they have the lead here in the at the half, in part because of their three-point shooting. Augusta 7 of 14 from beyond the arc as a team, just 5 of 17 from two. Braden Illick has been sensational guarding the post, and the Eagles have 5 blocks as a consequence of he and others' efforts downstairs. A 5-block game, mind you, for Braden Illick. These are Bryant Thomas numbers for Braden Illick. But his defense of the post has been balanced out by Augusta's 7 of 14 from beyond the arc. Elias Paulson, the reigning Peach Belt Conference Player of the Week, has 12 points, 4 of 8 from the field, and 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. Tobias Prawl, who came in 11 of 45 from deep on the season, that's 24%. He's 2 for 5 from beyond the arc today. While Matthias Zamato has also made what is just his 5th three of the season for a 22% shooter from beyond the arc. While Carson-Newman has been dynamite defensively, the Eagles have struggled to score the ball offensively, and throughout that 8-minute spurt where the Jags only made one basket, Carson-Newman went 3 minutes without a bucket before finding their footing for that 11-0 run. Jack Browder has 10 points at the break, tied with Rylan Houck for the team high in that regard. They are the only two Eagles with more than 4. Ollie Smith is a guy with 4. Matt Bilbray and Braden Illick are combined 2 of 11 from the field in this one. 34-32, Augusta leads it at the halftime break. We'll take you around the scores from the South Atlantic Conference when we return after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
A check of the SAC scoreboard is next. Stick around on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
The Eagles Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
All right, back courtside at Holt FIeldhouse as Carson-Newman trails Augusta at the halftime break, 34-32. Carson-Newman's women prevailed earlier today over Catawba, 79-75. Lady Eagles seized control with a 23-7 second quarter and then stiff-armed Catawba in the second half. Emily Gonzalez finishes with 22 points. Eagles assisted 23 times on 27 made baskets. Now Catawba got 21 points from Mary Spry. Eagles plus 18 on the glass. A big reason for the win. That coupled with 12 second chance points for Carson-Newman and 27 points on the fast break. Lead the Eagles to a 1-0 start in SAC play. We are still talking football, and there's 4:55 to play in the fourth quarter, and Newberry is upset-minded. The Wolves looking to hand West Florida a loss in the second round of the NCAA playoffs and advance to the national quarterfinals for the first time in school history. The Wolves have a 24-17 lead with 4:55 to go in the fourth quarter of that contest at Penn Air Field in Pensacola, Florida. On the men's basketball hardwood, there are two games that were played earlier today and have gone final. Wingate Boat Races, Belmont Abbey. Bulldogs have 5 players finish in double figures, led by Jordan Miller's 18 points, a perfect 4-4 from beyond the arc. Bulldogs drained 15 of 29 threes to win 100-59 over Belmont Abbey. And no shock here, it's UVA Wise in a laugher over Virginia Lynchburg. Highland Cavaliers 146-55. Yes, that is a 91-point win for UVA Wise over VUL. Cavs shoot 65% from the field and bury 18 of 36 threes. Of the games in progress, Anderson has dropped the hammer on Emory and Henry. Emory and Henry only makes 4 first-half field goals, 4 of 21 from the field. They turn it over 10 times, and they trail Anderson at the break 52-13. Caden Dawkins has 15 points to lead Anderson. Freshman sensation Rashawn Engelman has 11 points on 4 of 5 shooting, while Corbin Dixon, the only player with more than 4 for E&H, and he has 7. The other game that's in progress, Coker at Tusculum. 4 minutes into the second half, the Cobras have a 42-32 lead on the Pioneers. Isaiah Owens with 13 to pace Coker. Bryce Jackson with 12 to lead Tusculum. The Cobras have come out and made 4 of their first 5 shots after halftime to grab that 3-point lead in that one. Here at Holt, Augusta, Iowa 2, 34-32 over Carson-Newman. Second half action headed your way after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Goes top of key. Pull up 3 on the way. Got it. Charlie Clark dialing long distance with impunity.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
Every day brings new challenges, and those challenges look different for everyone. But no matter what each day looks like, your local energy co-op is here to power every moment. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the field, AEC is committed to bringing you safe, affordable, and reliable power to get you through the day. We are your local electric co-op, and we are here for you. AEC, empowering every day.
Back courtside at Holt FIeldhouse, Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand. Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control. Carson-Newman down by 2 at the break to Augusta, 34-32. Before we start the second half, we'll pause 10 seconds for station ID across the Eagle Sports Network. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you courtside. Skip Roberts back inside of network control. Our director today, Jay West, replay operator Ian Johnson, and our fantastic camera crew, Megan Ryan, Bahar Kurtolish, and Noah Penland. Glad that you're with us here on this post-Thanksgiving Saturday here on the Eagle Sports Network. Augusta 34-32, halftime lead on Carson-Newman. And the Jaguars bring the basketball from left to right to open up this second half. Left wing for McBeath. Out to Scott, top of the key. Swing it, Powelson, right wing. Back around the horn, McBeath, left wing. McBeath moves on the baseline against the zone. Backs it out to the Scott, head of the key. Scott drives, swoops in on Fry, and finger rolls it home high off glass. 4 points for Scott. 36-32, Jags by 4. 35 seconds into the second half. Illick feeds a backdoor cutting Jack Browder. Lost the handle on the layup going up, and it's out of bounds. Ball back to Augusta. Browder is credited with a missed shot there, not a turnover. Regardless, it's Augusta ball. Up by 4 against the Eagles matchup zone. Powelson out to the top of the key for Scott into the high post Nonfin. Dribbles inside on Illick, backs it out Scott around to Powelson right wing. Powelson drives inside, tied up by Bill Bray. Whistle. A foul on Houck, his second. Team's first, and Powelson ruled to have been in the act of shooting. So the native of Najarvik, Iceland, heads to the line to shoot 2. He's the Jags' only double-digit scorer, and he gets his 13th point with that first made free throw. Jags closed the first half on a 6-2 run. Make it a 9-2 run for Augusta, spanning the halftime break. Second one's up, and it's good. 10-2 run for the Jags to get up by 6. 38-32 with 18:59 to go in the second half. Bill Bray over the timeline, picked up by Scott the whole way. Bill Bray to the head of the key, right around an Illick screen. Slips Illick cutting the basket. Illick finger rolls it home. Dime drop for Matt Bilbray, his third assist. Braden Illick has 4 points, and the Eagles are down 4. 38-34, 18:36 to play in the second half. Jags with it front court. Scott into the high post, Nonfin. Back to Scott, head of the key. Scott holds the ball at his waist. Chest pass right wing McBeath. Back around the horn, Powelson left wing, 10 to shoot. Zamato, head of the key. Out to the right point, Scott drives inside, scoops up a shot. It's off the side of the backboard. Browder has a third rebound, and he races front court. Stops and passes Fry, cutting to the basket. Left-hand scoop of potatoes is good. Khalees Fry has 4. Jack Browder's first assist, 4 in a row for the Eagles to get within 2. 38-36, 2 minutes into the second half. Jags on the offensive end. Left baseline for Nonfin. Backs down Houck, reverse layup. Illick might have got a piece. He's got the rebound. Running ahead for Houck. Houck out to Browder, left wing. Transition 3 ball. Browder off the mark, front of the 10. Long rebound punched up top for Bilbray. Second chance. Houck drive, dish, Bilbray, right corner. Catch 3. Bilbray long off the left iron. Scott grabs the rebound, and the Jags bring it from left to right. Carson-Newman 2 of 16 from beyond the arc. Browder the only guy who's made threes, and he's 2 for 7. Jags settle in, 3 around 2 against the Eagles matchup zone. Scott, head of the key, bounce feeds Zamato, feeds a cutting right baseline McBeath. Out to the left corner, Powson long 2, rattles out. Browder's there with career board 665, and the Eagles bring it from left to right. Fry lost the handle on it, Powson stole it, but Powson loses it right to Matt Bilbray. One turnover quickly begets another, and the Eagles on the offensive end. Bilbray down the left side of the lane. Punches out to Hauk right wing, skip it, Browder left wing. Browder, crossover dribble, baseline drive on Powson. Lost it going up, got it back, slams it off of Powson's kneecap, but he was ready for it, and he caught it against his patella. Jags bring it left to right. Powson left point. High hand there for Browder. Jags haven't scored in 2 minutes. Eagles are within 2. Zamato. Right side of the paint, backs down. Hauk gets underneath the basket. Kicks it out to Scott left point. Now the Powson right wing. Drop it off Nonfin right baseline. Nonfin working inside on Illick. Lays it up and flicks it in off the right side of the window. First points for Nonfin. He was 0 for 6. 40-36. Jags by 4. 16-10 to go in the second half. Bilbray down the left side of the paint. Twist, turns, lost it. Loose ball. Out of bounds. Last touched by an Eagle in front of Carson-Newman's bench. Illick and Zamato went scrambling for that one. I think Illick, the last guy to touch it, as he clipped it diving for it. First Bank is the official bank of Carson-Newman Athletics and the only place you can get a Carson-Newman Eagles debit card. Stop by any First Bank location to get your Carson-Newman debit card and show your Eagles pride. Jaguar basketball. Had the key for Zamato. Switches it to the right point. Wilberg out to the right wing for Powson. Powson, chest pass, right corner. Zamato tries a triple. Planks off the back of the 10. Hauk corrals the rebound right of the paint. Hauk in transition. Drives inside on Powson. Knocked loose by Powson. Free and grabbed on the left wing by Zamato. 4th turnover of the half for Carson-Newman. 4th turnover in the last 3 minutes for the Eagles. They're down 4 with 15:27 to play. Left baseline, Nonfin. He fades from 15 and swishes it over top of Illick. Back to a 6-point Augusta lead, 42-36. 15-13 to play in the second half. The Eagles work it right to left. Bilbray, head of the key. Right around an Illick screen to the wing. Peels back against Zamato, man-to-man. 15 to shoot. Chest pass, Browder left wing. Browder through the head of the key. Drives inside. Right hand. Doesn't get the finish to fall, but he is fouled. Free throws for Jack Browder. The personal is on whom? Charge it to Augusta's McBeath. His third. First on the Jags. Jack Browder at the line looking to halt a 3-minute scoring drought when we come back. 14:56 to play in the second half. Augusta 42, Carson-Newman 36. Back to Holt after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
14:56 to go in the second half. Augusta leads 25th ranked Carson-Newman 42-36. Eagles trying to get head coach Chuck Benson his 400th career win, but the Eagles have been ball insecure after halftime. 4 turnovers for the Eagles. Eagles unable to take advantage of a little 3-minute Augusta swoon. They're in the middle of a 3-minute one of their own, and Jack Browder's at the line trying to snap Carson-Newman out of it. 2 dribbles, bends the knees. First free throw on the way, and it swishes through. 11 points for Jack Browder. He is now officially tied for 15th on the all-time scoring list with Hall of Famer Jerry Cannon. Now past him, 1,463 points for Jack Browder in his career as he goes 2 for 2 to pull Carson-Newman within 4, 42-38, with 14:50 to go in the second half. Jags move it left to right. Powelson head of the key. Off to the left wing for Wilberg, and Smith deflects it out of bounds off of Wilberg. Turnover number 10 for the Jags. Ball back to the Eagles. Trailing 42-38 with 14:42 to play in the second half. Bilbray, Browder, Illick, Smith, and Hauk for Carson-Newman. Bilbray left around a Browder screen to the wing. Chest pass Browder head of the key. Drive, dish. Out of bounds, deflected out by Zamato. Stays with Carson-Newman. Active hands by the Jags. Hauk to trigger left baseline. Gets it into Smith in the left corner. Catch 3 on the way. Ollie Smith, back iron, no. Hauk punches the rebound to Browder right wing. He tries to triple. Airballed. It's off of Ollie Smith's midsection and out of bounds. The Eagles have gotten plenty of good looks from beyond the arc, but they have not gone down today. Carson-Newman 2 for 18 as a team from deep. Eagles came in 4th in the league and 40th nationally at 38.6% from deep. Jags with it front court. Right elbow for Wilberg, out to Powelson, top of the key, switches Zamato left wing. Bounce feed, left block, Nonfin. Nonfin muscles in on Illick. Twist, turns, right hand scoop, rolls off front side, whistle foul, battle for the rebound. It is on Powelson. His first, second on Augusta. Carson-Newman basketball. Neither team shooting better than 40% from the field in what has been a defensive battle between Carson-Newman's Chuck Benson and Augusta's Dip Metris. Jags at 38%, Eagles at 37%. Bilbray on the left side of the paint, harassed by Prawl, turns into the lane, fades from 10, and got the roll off the front of the rim. Matt Bilbray has 4 points. Eagles within a pair. 42-40 with 13:30 to go in the second half. That stopped a 4-minute, 16-second field goal drought for the Eagles. A missed 3 on the other end by the Jags' Prawl, and then Nonfin comes over the top of Illick for the personal. That's his first, the third on Augusta. Eagles with a chance to tie with the 2. Take the lead with the 3. On this possession, moving from right to left in the pristine home whites. Bilbray. With teal shoes over the timeline center court. Bilbray moves left to the point. Defended tightly by Wilberg. Bounce feed, Illick, head of the key. No look into the left corner. Hauk a triple. Bends off front side, no good. Prowls there for the rebound. Shots not dropping today for the Eagles. Carson-Newman 2 of 18 from deep. And they have been good looking threes, just not going down. Jags with it front court. Prawl in the middle of the paint. Flips out McBeath left corner. Fades, shot up. Might have been tipped by Smith. Hauk has it. Hauk ahead to Bilbray left corner. Chest pass Hauk left wing out to Illick head of the key. Hands off Hauk, accelerates down the right side of the paint. Deflected out of his hands by McBeath. Powelson steals it. Powelson drives inside on Illick, scoops it up high off glass, and it falls through. That stops the 2.5-minute Augusta scoring drought, puts them up 4. 44-40 with 12:20 to play in the second half. Eagles with it front court. Bilbray, left corner with the basketball. Right around in the Illick screen. Crossover to the left hand, left baseline. Bounce it out, Smith, right corner. 3, no, it's a long 2. Punched out across the timeline. Eagles lose it. McBeath to the rim, lays it in and 1. Bilbray and Hauk were both going for the ball. They both backed off when they saw the other was there across as it crossed the timeline. McBeath was Johnny on the spot. He lays it in and 1 plus a foul. A third on Rylan Hauk and a second team foul on the Eagles. 46-40, Augusta by 6. 12:01 to play in the second half. And now McBeath to the line to try to polish off an and one opportunity. He's got 8 points. Looking for his 9th at the stripe. Bends the knees. Free throws up. Rattles out right side. Hauk has his 6th rebound. And the Eagles bring it right to left, down by 6. Bilbray over the timeline right side. Sends it to Browder, head of the key. Browder drives on Wilbur. All the way to the right block. Off balance leaner. Connects off glass. 14 for Jack Browder on 5 of 14 shooting. Eagles down 4. 46-42 with 11:40 to play in the second half. Jags with it on the offensive end. Prahl, head of the key, off to Wilberg, right point. Wilberg, one right-hand dribble, bounces it to Prahl, right baseline. Prahl backs it out to the right corner on Illick. Crossover, step back, 3. Spins out right side, tipped up by Smith, corralled by Nonfin. He takes it in and lays it in off the window from the right side. Nonfin has the second chance points. He's got 6 points and a 9th rebound. Back to a 6-point Augusta lead, 48-42 with 11:08 to play in the second half. Eagles with it front court. Illick in the keyhole. Screen and roll to Bilbray, right block. Lays it up and he gets fouled. Metris is pleading for an illegal screen. Foul goes on Wilberg, his 2nd, team's 4th. Matt Bilbray to the line when we return. 11:01 to play in the second half. Augusta 48, Carson-Newman 42. Eagles 36% from the field after halftime. They are 4 of 6 inside the three-point arc in the second half, 0 of 5 beyond it. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
48-42, Augusta leads Carson-Newman with 11:01 to go in the second half. Eagles 2 of 19 from beyond the arc. Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. Contact men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins at CNEagles.com/modernwoodman to help secure your family's financial future. Matt Bilbray is at the line for Carson-Newman, shooting a pair of free throws for the Eagles. Bilbray, Illick, Smith, Brown, and Browder on the floor for Carson-Newman. And Bilbray is silky smooth, making his first freebie. One more free throw for Matt Bilbray, looking to make it a 4-point game at the stripe. Spins the ball into his left hand, shoots it with his right, rims off front side, no good. Non from the board, and the Jags protect a 5-point lead, moving left to right against the Eagles' 2-2-1 zone pressure. Wilbur moves it to the right wing for Prahl. The speckled Prahl, 2 passes. They get a third in the left corner, Wilbur. Drop it off Nonfin left block. Backs down, Illick back out to Prahl left point. Prahl 6 to shoot. For Paulson, head of the key, 4 and 3. Paulson drives left of the lane. Shot up, erased by Illick. Got his own miss. It's off the mark to the left. Bilbray the rebound. Bilbray across the timeline right side. Brings it to the right wing, moves left around an Illick screen. Bilbray sends it to Browder right wing. Jab step, drives inside on Nonfin. Lays it up and draws a foul. Augusta bench wanted to travel. Before that, a whistle and a foul on Nonfin, his second, and the team's fifth. 2 free throws for Jack Browder. How about Braden Illick? He has been a force to be reckoned with in the paint. 7 blocks on the day to tie the school record for a single game as Browder drains his first free throw to make it a 4-point game. That's 15 for Jack Browder. Second free throw's up. Battles off right side, no good. Non for the rebound, his 10th. And the Jags bring it left to right, leading by 4. Wilberg off to the left wing, McBeath. Looks inside, free throw line, Wilberg jumper. Spins off front side. Illick is there to grab his 6th board, and the Eagles sprint right to left. Browder dispossessed by Wilberg. Browder got it back. Chuck Benson calling for time. There's a jump ball. The arrow favors the Eagles, so it stays with Carson-Newman. Dip Metris instructed to return to his box. The call was a jump ball. The arrow favors Carson-Newman. And Ollie Smith will trigger from the right baseline. No, he won't, because we've got a whistle. It's on Wilberg, his 3rd. The 6th on the Jaguars. Take 2. Smith, right baseline. Loops it all the way in between the rings to Braden Illick. And he gives off to Brown, right wing. Brown, down the middle of the lane, kick out Smith, left corner, catch 3, bottom! Ollie Smith drills the triple, the first of the second half for the Eagles. 3rd of the game, and they're within 1. 48-47. Jags the other way. Powson through the middle of the lane. It's deflected out of his hands and out of bounds. We'll see how that's statted. Carson-Newman basketball. Braden Illick went straight up. He has been sensational at building walls in the post for Carson-Newman, and now he stands alone as the all-time record holder for a single game in Carson-Newman history with 8 blocks today. Eagles front court. Brown swooping in, finishes with the left hand from the left side. Eagles have grabbed the lead. 49-48 with 9:14 to go in the second half. It's a 7-0 Carson-Newman run. Jags with it front court, moving left to right in black jerseys and white numerals. Zamato, right wing. Bounce feed inside for McBeath. Back to the basket on Illick. Fades over top of him. Shorted it. Front iron. Smith the rebound in the middle of the lane. Eagles sprint right to left. Illick for Brown in the left corner. Off balance. He was trying to tippy-toe. He was unable to. He steps out of bounds. 12th turnover for Carson-Newman. Ball back to Augusta. The 6th turnover of the half for the Eagles. It's Jags ball. Trailing by 1. They haven't scored in nearly 2.5 minutes. Zamato off to the left wing for Rodney Scott. Scott bounce feed Nonfin left block. Backs down Illick. Feeds Scott head of the key. Chest pass Zamato with 10 to shoot right wing. Zamato skip it left wing for Scott. Right around Smith, and Smith tripped him. First on Ollie, 3rd on the Eagles. Clock continued to run. Foul goes on Ollie Smith, and now they'll sort out the issues with the clock. So Zamato will inbound from the far sideline. Stick around for the Domino's postgame report for the selection of the premier player of the game. Excellence doesn't happen by accidents. The premier team delivers service with pride. Zamato, left wing, 10 to shoot. Out to the top of the key for Scott. Sends it right wing McBeath. McBeath drives on Browder. Step back, 15'2", swishes it. McBeath, the second Jaguar into double figures. He has 10 and stops a 3-minute scoring drought for Augusta. Jags back in front, 50-49. 7:55 to play in the second half. Eagles with it front court. Brown right around an Illick screen to the top of the key. Sends it left wing for Smith. Smith baseline drive. Was dropping it off for Fry. 1-1 for Ollie Smith as he gets fouled. That'll happen after this break. Charge the foul to Powelson. It's his second. 7th on the Jaguars. Ollie Smith shooting 1-1 when we return. 7:45 to play in the second half. It is Augusta 50, Carson-Newman 49. Back to Holt after this. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
7:45 to play in the second half. Augusta a 50-49 lead on Carson-Newman. But Ollie Smith at the stripe shooting 1-1 for the Eagles, looking to potentially tie and retake the lead. Brown, Fry, Smith, Browder, Illick on the floor for Carson-Newman. Smith, southpaw, swishes the first. He's got 8 and has tied the game at 50. 3 ties, 10 lead changes in this one. Make it 11. He buries the second free throw, scores his 9th point, and Carson-Newman's up in front, 51-50, with 7:40 to play in the second half. This one has been a throwback in a defensive-minded battle between the Eagles and Jaguars. Carson-Newman at 41%, Augusta at 37%. Jags with it front court. Brown stays in Scott's kitchen on the perimeter with 10 to shoot. Scott, head of the key, off to Powelson, left wing. Powelson, step back on Fry, now moves through the middle of the lane, scoops it up with the right hand, air ball. Nonfin lost it to McBeath. Third try, no. Fry scoops it up for the Eagles. Ahead to Browder, finds Smith, right corner, transition 3 ball. Halfway down and out, no good. McBeath rises for the rebound. Eagles by 1, Augusta with the basketball, moving left to right. Scott between the rings, off to the right wing, Powelson. Browder defends him with a high hand. Powelson, right wing triple, thuds off the back iron. Nonfin elevates for the rebound. Tied up, no, Fry comes away with it. Fry wrenches it away from the German, and the Eagles bring it right to left. Browder attacks Nonfin. Right hand, does it count? Yes, it does! Jack Browder, a sensational take, gets continuation. And a third personal on Nonfin, an 8th team foul on the Jags. 53-50. Carson-Newman has matched its biggest lead of the day. Browder to the stripe for an and 1 free throw. 17 for Junkyard Jack. And 1 free throw for Jack Browder. Pushes it up, swishes it, nothing but strings. First 4-point lead of the day for Carson-Newman, 54-50, with 6:37 to play in the second half. Eagles on the quest to get Chuck Benson his 400th career coaching victory as a head coach. Eagles in the matchup zone, Jags on the offensive end. Left wing for Paulson. Takes it down to the left block for Nonfin. Nonfin flips it out, right corner for Zamato. Pulls up, right elbow, 15-footers in and out, no good. Rebound loose and grabbed by Illick. Ahead to Brown. Brown behind the back. Scott knocked it out of his hands, and it stays with Carson-Newman out of bounds in the left corner. A 12-2 run for Carson-Newman over the last 4:21. Has brought the Eagles up by 4. Augusta is 1 of its last 10 from the field. Eagles have held them to 34.5% shooting for the game. and 29% after halftime. Browder will inbound left corner. Browder gets it into Brown in the left corner. Out to Illick, left wing. Illick rotates to the head of the key, stops, looks to pass, pivots, finds Browder left corner. Baseline drive on Donovan, all the way to the cup. It wasn't clean, but he puts it down. 14-2 run for Carson-Newman. Jack Browder has 20 for the 68th time in his career, and the Eagles are up by 6. 56-50 with 5:37 to play in the second half. Paulson, sack logo jumper. No good from 10. Smith the rebound and racing front court for Carson-Newman. Brown, left wing. Stops left elbow. Pivot. Backdoor cut. Smith gets it to the right block. Lost it going up. It's taken by Scott. Scott over the timeline. 1-on-3. Doesn't have numbers. Stops. Sleeps. Passes McBeath right corner. McBeath drives inside. He lost it going up, and we got a whistle. Charged Carson-Newman with a foul. It's on Browder, his first. The fourth on the Eagles. And McBeath ruled to be in the act of shooting. So he'll head to the line looking to put a halt to this, depending on how you want to look at it, 14-2 or 7-0 run. Regardless, Augusta hasn't scored in nearly 3 minutes. Missed 5 straight shots. And McBeath is long off the heel with his first. One more free throw for Charlie McBeath. Second free throw. It's true. What did you say, Dick? Jack could guard Jordan one-on-one. Did I hear that right? It's been a while since a head coach has tried to talk to me on air in the middle of the game. Eagles break Augusta's press. Ollie Smith, wild drive inside. Doesn't get the fall, but a whistle and a foul. That was a tough take for Ollie Smith. Nonfin has committed his 4th personal. The team's 9th. Ollie Smith to the stripe. Looking to push out this 56-51 lead further for Carson-Newman. Smith. First one swishes in. Khalees Fry enters. He replaces Matt Bilbray. One more free throw for Ollie Smith, who's into double digits for the 3rd time in his Carson-Newman career. Second free throw up. It's true. New largest lead for the Eagles at 7. 58-51 with 5:08 to play in the second half. Jaguars bring the basketball from left to right. Paulson moves left wing, stops left of the paint, bounce feeds Zamato, knocked loose, Illick the steal. Illick ahead to Smith. Smith leaps and hits Fry, cutting right baseline. Hop step into the lane, kick out Brown, extra pass, Illick left wing. Illick passes up a 3, chest pass, batted by Paulson, stolen by Nonfin. Jags move left to right, haven't made a shot from the field in 3 minutes. Paulson out to Scott, top of the key, around to the right wing, McBeath. McBeath drives inside, Browder took it away from him, and then Browder shoved by McBeath. That is a 4th on McBeath, a 10th on the Jaguars. Jaguars are pleading that it should be an offensive foul, but Browder already had the steal and had possession, so there is no player control foul. Dip Metris pleading for a player control foul, but Jack Browder had already stolen it. So 2 free throws for Jack Browder. He's tied David Mills for 14th on the all-time scoring list, and he can catch Kyle Gribble with this free throw here. And he does. Nothing but strings. Jack Browder now 13th all-time in scoring in Carson-Newman history. He's passed 3 guys today. Jerry Cannon, David Mills, and Kyle Gribble. 2 of those guys are Hall of Famers. And he's given the Eagles a 9-point lead by going 2 for 2. 60-51, Carson-Newman with 4:30 to play in the second half. Jags are one of their last 10 from the field. It's an 11-1 run for Carson-Newman, primarily at the free throw line. Eagles have done a good job getting to the stripe. 11 of 13 at the line here in the second half. Jaguars on the offensive end. Paulson out to the right point, Rodney Scott. Feeds McBeath right wing. 10 to shoot. McBeath loops it head of the key. Scott, chest pass left wing. Powell drives the baseline. Fades from 15. Short front iron. Browder boxes out. Prowl for the rebound on the right block. His 6th collected miss. Eagles can get up double digits. Browder through the middle of the lane. Finger roll. Whoopsie-doo, and he scores 2. 24 for Jack. Eagles up 11 for the first time today on the heels of this 13-1 run. 62-51, 3:40 to play in the second half. Now Browder causes the deflection out of bounds into the Augusta bench, and it brings us to a break in the action. 3:39 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 62, Augusta 51. A 13-1 run for the Eagles over the last 4:06. Jags haven't made a shot from the field in more than 4 minutes. We're back to Holt after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
3:39 to play in the second half. 62-51. Carson-Newman by 11 over Augusta. It's a 13-1 run for the Eagles over the last 4:06. I got screened in, but Braden Illick gets block number 9 on that last shot by Powelson to extend his own school record. Thought Bryant Thomas's mark would stand for a long time, but Braden Illick has been a force to be reckoned with inside today against Augusta. Jaguar ball out of the break. Prowl around to Paulson right wing into the right corner. McBeath drives baseline, and Jack Browder left his feet and gets called for a foul. Second on Jack, 5th on the Eagles. Shot clock at 20, and the ball out of bounds to the right baseline for the Jags. Inbounds. We come to the right corner. Prowl, quick 3 up. He knocks it down. 9 for Prowl. First 3 of the second half for the Jaguars. They're within 8. That stops the Eagles' 6-0 run. 62-54 Carson-Newman. 3:17 to play in the second half. Brown, head of the key. Leaps and passes Browder right wing. Browder drives inside. Gets into Nonfin. Nonfin rejects it. Good hands-up defense. McBeath grabs the miss. Nonfin should get credit for a rejection there. Paulson left open for a right wing 3. Left it short. Smith a rebound. He's tied up with McBeath. Arrow gives it to Augusta. We'll put 20 on the shot clock. Inbounds will come from Scott on the right baseline. Scott, 5 count on, Carson-Newman ball. Turnover number 14 for Augusta. Scott exits. Wilbur checks in. Full court pressure on for the Jaguars with 2:55 to go. And the Eagles leading 62-54. Brown over the timeline left side. Brown to the head of the key. Shuffles off Smith. Touches it to Illick, head of the key. Gives to Browder, cutting down the right side of the paint. He's tripped, stumbles on his way for a layup, and gets fouled. Check the foul. It's on Wilberg, his 4th. 11th on Augusta. 2 free throws for Jack Browder, who's scored 24 today. He's moved past 3 guys and into the top 13 in scoring all time in Carson-Newman history. Bypassing 2 Hall of Famers today, and Jerry Cannon and Kyle Gribble, not to mention David Mills. Colin Brown has some blood on his jersey. Nick Peters, a quick wipe with the solution to clean that up. And now Browder will shoot 2, looking to stretch the lead back to double digits with 2:41 to go in the second half. Eagles took control with a 13-1 run in what has been a back-and-forth game. 11 lead changes, 4 ties as Browder calmly shreds the strings on the first. He's got 25. 63-54. Eagles by 9. Second foul shot for Browder. Got the roll off the front of the 10. 26 for Jack. 64-54. Eagles by 10. 2:38 to go in the second half. Eagles with 2-2-1 full court pressure on to slow down the Jags. They get it front court. 20 on the shot clock. Wilberg, head of the key, peels right to the wing. Gets it Prowl. The right corner 3 is off the mark. Got a whistle and a foul away from the foul. Browder and Nonfin tussling. And they called Jack Browder for his 3rd personal and the team's 6th. So the shot clock resets to 20. So the foul was not on the shooter, so it's no free throws here. The foul was away from the ball. Everything's getting that sorted out. Wilberg will inbound right baseline. Wilberg all the way into the timeline. It's grabbed by Prowl. Prowl to the right wing. Crossover on Brown. Spins right elbow. Off balance leaner. Rims out right side. Whistle and a foul. Charge this to Brown. It's his first. 7th on the Eagles. 2 free throws for Tobias Prowl. His first attempts of the day. 12 of 15 at the line for his young career at the NCAA level. Junior out of Trenton, New Jersey. Eyes the first and rattles it in. 9-point game, 64-55. 2:15 to go in the second half. Second free throw for Tobias Prowl. Bends the knees. Back spins it up and through. 64-56. Eagles by 8. 2:15 to go in the second half. Full court pressure on for the Jaguars. Brown sends it ahead to Illick in the right corner. He's defended by Powson, and the Eagles break the press. Bilbray sets up against McBeath between the rings. 2 minutes to go. Eagles by 8. Bilbray down the right side of the paint. Behind the back. Chest pass out. Brown left wing. Over to Illick right wing. Hands off Browder. Browder lost the handle on it to McBeath. The 15th turnover for the Eagles. McBeath into the front court. Sends it Powson left corner. Browder defends him. Powson drives. Gets into Illick. Layup won't go. Rebound loose. Grabbed by McBeath right block. Bilbray trying to tie him up. He reaches his right hand in and gets called for a foul. So 1-1 for the Jags. Bilbray is charged with his first. That's the 8th on the Eagles. 1-1 for Charlie McBeath. 64-56. Eagles by 8 with 101 seconds left. McBeath bends the knees. Front end is on the way. Back iron, no. Illick taps the rebound to Browder, and he controls underneath the basket. 8-point lead for the Eagles with 94 ticks left. Brown over the timeline. Slips Bilbray head of the key. Out to Browder right corner. Baseline drive. Hop step right block. Through contact, no. Illick offensive rebound. Right hand finish. That won't fall. Powson the rebound. And the Jaguars onto the offensive end down by 8. McBeath right corner. Baseline drive. Illick met him at the summit and turned it away. That's his 10th block. And then Smith up the right sideline turns it away. (64-56). Carson-Newman by 8. 67 seconds left. Augusta basketball. 10 blocks for Braden Illick. First double-digit block effort in Carson-Newman history. Jags with it front court. Wilbert down inside. Powson, right hand teardrop goes in. Timeout for Augusta. 6-point game with 55.5 seconds left. 64-58 Eagles. We come to a break. Back for the final 55.5 after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
55.5 seconds left. It's Carson-Newman 64, Augusta 58. Eagles trying to complete this tour of the Peach Belt at 2-1. And it's Carson-Newman ball. Out of the timeout. Hauk, Bill Bray, Illick, Browder, and Brown on the floor for Carson-Newman. Hauk will inbound from the backcourt and can run the baseline. Augusta defends 94 feet. Bill Bray sends it ahead to Brown, left baseline. Out to Bill Bray, left wing. 22 to shoot, 47 to play. Eagles by 6. Hauk between the rings. Prowl picks him up man-to-man. Eagles go 4 corners. 13 to shoot. Bill Bray at the timeline right side. 9-8. Bill Bray drives on Powson. 6 and 5. Bill Bray strip left corner. Brown. Brown catch 3. Airballed it. Non from the rebound. Shot clock off. 25 seconds left. Augusta down 6. Powson stripped by Bill Bray. Bill Bray fouled in the backcourt. What hands by Matt Bilbray to force the 15th Augusta turnover of the day. Foul is on McBeath. I believe that is his 5th and the team's 12th. Oh, check that. I had him for 5. That is in fact his 4th. We'll go with what everybody else has. I trust that more than I do my own notes. So Matt Bilbray gets 2 free throws here. Eagles looking to stop a 2-minute scoring drought at the line. They missed their last 4 shots from the field. Bilbray calmly rolls the first in. He's got 6. Ollie Smith back in for the Eagles. Up 65 to 58. One more free throw for Matt Bilbray. It too is true. 66-58, Carson-Newman by 8. Jags with it. Wow. Passes it. Deflected out of bounds into the Augusta bench. Stays with the Jags with 8 seconds left. 8 seconds, all that separates Chuck Benson from getting his 400th coaching win. And off of the deflection, are we headed to the monitor? Dykes is telling Dip Metris, you got to be right there. Luke's done a nice job today. Always tough to corral Dip Metris, and indeed we are headed to the monitor. We're at North Georgia on Wednesday. Chris McCurry, who's done games in the SAC for I think as long as I've been in the league, said before the game, hey, you got to say hi to Dip. One of the characters throughout Division II basketball. Not many better in Peach Belt history than Dip Metris with his 592 career wins in 30 years. He is the all-time leader in Peach Belt history in coaching victories. The officials at the monitor checking to see who this is off of out of bounds. 8.4 seconds left in the second half. Carson-Newman 66, Augusta 58. Jason Creek, Luke Dykus, and Trey Suero having a gander at the monitor to determine, I believe, whose ball this is. Live, I thought Jack or Colin touched it out, and the officials will head out close to the jump circle to chat things over. Dip Metris and Chuck Benson, they've never squared off officially, but these two have scrimmaged in the preseason frequently over the last 16 years that Chuck Benson has been Carson-Newman's head coach. So it is Augusta ball. Dip Metris is pleading that there should be a foul. You can't review that. Inbounds comes to Nonfin left baseline, out to Prowl left wing for a three. It's off the mark to the right iron. Loose ball into the right corner. It's out of bounds off of Wilberg's hands, and it will be Carson-Newman basketball. Jack Browder will inbound from the spot on the right baseline. Triggers into Matt Bilbray. Buzzer, ball game, career win 400 for Chuck Benson. Eagles prevail 66-58 over the Augusta Jaguars in a defensive slobber knocker. Eagles limit the Jags to 29% shooting after halftime and 33% for the game. And the master of the matchup zone, no shock, he gets to win 400 with a high-level defensive effort against one of the Peach Belt's best. 66-58, Eagles prevail over Augusta. Domino's post-game report headed your way after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Grab a slice. Our coverage of and Hoops continues with the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's post-game report on the Eagle Sports Network.
Bring it backdoor lob. Dyer throws it down with 2 hands.
Your stats breakdown. A conversation with Chuck Benson, presented by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, plus the selection of the AEC Electrifying Play and the premier building maintenance player of the game are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilight, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burt Carr Stadium press box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back courtside at Holt FIeldhouse as Carson-Newman prevails over Augusta, 66-58. A high-level day for the Eagles, especially defensively in this one, as Carson-Newman holds Augusta to 29% shooting in the second half and 33.9% shooting for the game in this one. Carson-Newman offensively, season low, 39.7% from the field and just 3 of 22 from beyond the arc. Eagles got good looks. They just didn't fall today, but the defense carries the day for a 66-58 win over Augusta. And Chuck Benson officially has career win 400 as a head coach in his 23rd year roaming the sidelines. 7 at Martin Methodist, 16 here on the banks of Mossy Creek. And the Eagles get him his 400th career coaching win with a high-level defensive effort against one of the Peach Belt's all-time great head coaches in Dip Metris, an NCAA tournament team, this Augusta side last season. 66-58, the final for Carson-Newman over Augusta. Eagles had 3 double-digit scores. Ollie Smith, 11 and 8 for his 3rd career double-digit scoring effort. Rylan Houck had 10 all in the first half on 5 of 9 shooting. And then, of course, Jack Browder doing Jack Browder things, 26 points, 7 rebounds. Had a volume of shots to get there. 8 of 19 against tough defense from Augusta. 2 of 8 from beyond the arc and 8 of 9 at the free throw line. But I think the equal story in this one is Carson-Newman's presence inside, defending the post. Braden Illick, just 4 points, 9 rebounds, but a school record, 10 blocks for Braden Illick. Thought Bryant Thomas's career blocks record would last forever and ever, but Braden Illick, double-digit blocks, 5 in the first half, 5 in the second. He was incredibly effective defending the post today for Carson-Newman. And in fact, Augusta for the game, just 13 of 42 on their 2-point attempts, in large part due to Braden Illick's inside work. So Carson-Newman gets the job done, 66-58. Eagles out-rebounded Augusta by 4 in the second half. That was crucial to the cause for the Eagles on the glass. Carson-Newman had 10 second chance points to 8 for Augusta. That's going to happen when the shots aren't falling frequently and fervently. And then what a job Carson-Newman did defending the paint. Just 14 points inside for Augusta. Eagles outscore them 36-14 inside the paint. 20-6 on the fast break. Those elements end up being absolutely pivotal for the Eagles' success in this one. Reigning Peach Belt Player of the Week, Elias Powson. He scored 18. That's above his average, but he had more shots attempted than points scored. 6 of 19 from the field. He did get off 6 threes and make 3 of them, but 7 turnovers as well. Carson-Newman had active hands and 11 steals on the day. Been a hot minute since the Eagles have been in double digits for steals. The zone had active hands today, and Carson-Newman double-digit steals for the first time since November of 2023. That was against Milligan. Oh, you might wonder why I'm laughing here on the Domino's post-game report. Adam Cavalier alongside head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Why I'm laughing? Chuck, congratulations. Career win, 400 today for you.
Yeah.
And you were celebrated the right way by getting very damp and very moist.
They went completely overboard.
It's deserved. 400 wins is nothing to sneeze at. Congratulations, my friend.
Attest to
you came up and grabbed my hand and made me touch your pants. And they are.
I could wring water out of these things in this top, man.
Please don't.
Well, let me say this, Dave. First of all, I'm obviously elated that we got a much-needed win tonight over Augusta and my friend Dick Metrist, who I have just nothing but respect for who he is and what he's done there. So let's start there. But beyond that, man, you know how this goes. To get to win 400, there's been a lot of people involved in that, a lot of players, a lot of assistant coaches, a lot of administrations, a lot of people being a part of that. So it really is, in a team sport, it's a team accomplishment, and I had to be the one that, as the head coach, sort of gets the primary recognition on that. But the reality is, I'm so thankful, so blessed to have been in a situation where we've been able to have players and coaches that could add value and help us win a lot more than we lose.
Can't think of a better way to get to 400 than a vintage defensive performance.
Yeah.
28% shooting. You hold Augusta in the second half and use a 13-1 run to turn what was a pretty tight contest that featured 11 lead changes and 4 ties into one where you win it running away. What'd you see from your squad? Mixing up some lineups, some big moments from Colin Brown and Ollie Smith off the bench there in the second half.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about Braden Illick in a moment. Yeah. But what'd you see from the defense to get you to 400?
The reality is our offense was missing tonight. We go 3 of 23 from the three-point line. Made 1 the second half. We shoot a blustery 13% from distance, and 39% overall. So, you know, if we were counting on it just being an offensive show up and outscore them, that obviously wasn't going to be good enough. But as we finish up, as we wrap up our non-conference schedule, for the most part, our guys understand that when this team defends, when this team really locks in and defends, we give ourselves a chance to win on any given night. And the night, to me, is just a great example of that. I mean, our zone sort of found itself the second half, I thought, and I thought some guys showed some instinctual play within it that gave us some nice runouts. And through the match, Kev, you know this, like we talk all the time, like when we get stops back to back, we are going to find better shot opportunities in transition. but not. It didn't really matter. Between that and turnovers, we were fighting for our lives for 40 minutes.
I will say, I thought you got good looks today.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
Sorry, there was a rivulet of water that just dripped off your hair, and I can see it cascading down your headphones now. Damp after the celebration from Win 400.
Yeah.
I thought you got, point being, I thought you got good looks today. This is just one of those games where, especially your threes, they weren't going down.
Yeah, I mean, that happens. It doesn't shake my confidence. It won't shake our team's confidence. It's not going to happen. Tonight was just one of those nights where it wasn't falling. And we were playing a really hungry, young, scrappy team that sort of, I think, we got nothing to lose approach to it. And I think our guys were a little bit too cool right out of the gate. Thank God we settled and sort of found our footing with the defensive end of things. But, when we can win and have this poor of an offensive performance, I think that says a lot about our team and our potential.
We talk about the defense. We've got to talk about Braden Illick. I thought Bryant Thomas's single-game blocks record would stand forever and ever. Not today. Braden Illick, a career and school record 10 rejections. First double-digit block performance in Carson-Newman basketball history. What did you see from him?
Just an absolutely incredible performance, man. He's a senior. He's been in big games here. And to watch him lock in, that kid, Louis Nonfon, he's a good player, but he went 3 of 11. And a lot of that goes back to Braden's on-ball defense. I thought Braden took that kid's best punch. That kid's 6'7", probably 225, 230. And man, he's a bull in there. And Braden took shot after shot in the chest and then built walls and gave great contest. And then as the game unfolded, he gave some other secondary defensive help blocks. And so, I mean, you said it. To think Bryant Thomas's single-game record would ever fall, I would have bet on that. But then Braden Illick does it. It's good for us and great for Braden.
For some perspective, I've seen 2 guys block 10 shots in a game, Braden Illick and the other guy, Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah. That's big.
That's saying
that's
what
that's a big
that's the context for this performance.
Yeah.
Jack Browder things today. 26 points.
Yeah.
8 of 9 at the line.
Yeah.
It became clear that he was the action plan in the second half.
Yeah.
What more can you say about the guy that bypassed 2 Hall of Famers on the all-time scoring list, and Jerry Cannon and Kyle Gribble today, and now is 13th all-time in career scoring.
Well, I mean, you know how Jack is, man. It all starts with his competitiveness and his toughness. Everything starts right there. He's incredibly competitive, and he's incredibly tough. On top of that, he's skilled. He's confident. He likes big moments. He likes big games, and he just did what he does. And we don't necessarily take it for granted, but you see it enough where you just almost come to expect he will do it. And it's a lot harder than it looks. I can tell you, it's a lot harder than it looks.
Defensively, we've alluded to how good this defensive effort was. But Elias Powelson came in as the reigning Peach Belt Player of the Week. He was averaging 25 points a game over his last 5 contests. You hold him to 18, which is above. I shouldn't say hold, because that is in fact above his season average. But he was 6 of 19 from the field. What did you do to impact his efficiency and also force some turnovers? He coughed it up 7 times.
I felt like the first half we kept on getting lost. I feel like we were being reactive instead of proactive with our defense. I thought we looked like we were just off rhythm with what we were doing defensively. I thought we found it the second half, and I thought that benefited us in trying to guard a guy like Paulson or a guy like McBeef. And then of course the Braid in the middle just being a monster. It just made it more likely to work in our favor.
Did you have a happy Thanksgiving?
I did. We hosted and did a little catered meal with our good friend Bubba of Bubba Q.
You're a smoked turkey guy.
Yeah, I smoke or deep fried. It was really good. It was really good, and I had a round 2 of it yesterday. But I know that you and Ms. Cavalier had a special kind of bird, a special preparation, I should say.
See, you just learned of this recently.
I did.
And my wife, Leanda, who does the catering for the football press box, whipsmartkitchen.com. We'll go ahead and throw that plug out there.
Let me. I've probably eaten food prepared by her. More than anybody in this town.
You slam your way into the football press box on every Saturday with you don't even care about the game. That's what you tell me all the time. I do not care about the outcome of this game. I need some of Leanda Cavalier's cooking. That's what you tell me all the time. In fact, it's tattooed on your chest, which I thought was a really awkward thing for you to do.
Between the press box, between meals that I've had at your table, easily one of the most gifted cooks that I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. And then Thanksgiving comes.
Well, you turned to me on the bus. I can't. Where we were coming back from Lander. Right? You said, Gav, have you ever heard of this? You ever heard of spatchcocking? And I said, yes, I have. Leanda has spatchcocked a turkey every year that we've been married, that we've hosted Thanksgiving. Now, my brother-in-law, Ben, we go there every other year, and he does a phenomenal smoked bird. Really great. But Leanda is I'd love to try the two side by side and then just die of tryptophan poisoning later in the afternoon. But spatchcocking is the removal of the spine, and it allows the bird to lay flat, increases browning, the crisping of the skin.
I guess I was just caught so off guard because had you said to me, define for me what spatchcock means, I would have never gotten – it would have taken me years to come to the point where I said, you know, man, maybe it's some deboning of a turkey.
And it is. It is the deboning.
But I would not have gone there immediately. I would have had some other, like, catchword.
It's any really poultry. You can spatchcock a chicken. You can spatchcock a turkey. You can spatchcock a duck. But the goal is for
– So the root
the
spatch.
The bird to lay flat. And then when you roast it, it crisps up a little bit more.
Oh, gosh.
Than,
yeah.
But the thing that she did this year, she added, and this is just to her brilliance, she added orange to the marinade and the rub and the gravy. And it is absolutely incredible. So,
well, I mean, in a perfect world, my spouse, whom I love dearly, would learn the fine art of spatchcocking for next year's Thanksgiving meal. But I think what I will do instead is put it up on your spirit to invite the Bensons to the Cavalier's house for a spatchcock feast.
You got to be careful, though. And I do. This is my fault because we just operate with the normal kitchen shears. I don't know what you have in your house, but I need to. Her hands were sore from all the spatchcocking that she did on Thanksgiving Day because
I went look at videos.
They're not proper shears.
I went and looked at the videos. Yes,
I do hate it because you don't want to give your wife a kitchen utensil for Christmas. That's poor form. But under her Christmas tree, will be a heavier duty pair of kitchen shears that can handle the deboning and spatchcocking of the turkey.
I think that's brilliant on your part because it's self-serving, but it very well could be a stocking stuffer.
Yeah,
stuffer.
Yeah, and her stuff. I almost as a Thanksgiving present, I almost brought what I call the abomination over. Which is
abomination.
Yes,
you got my attention.
It is my granny's dinner roll recipe, which Leanda has learned how to make to perfection. And between you turn it into a sandwich.
Yeah.
With turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes. I put mac and cheese in it, green beans, and it is shockingly tasty. Gravy, of course.
I would taste it.
But it is known.
Well, you have to have the moisture. The gravy serves as the moisturizer.
That's right. Well, that's the other thing about spatchcocking. Because you're not smoking it.
Yes.
you retain some of the moisture by spatchcocking your turkey, and she knows how to cook it to perfection too.
I wonder if would it be a long shot to see if she would just like do a random weekend spatchcock turkey just for fun.
Random January turkey.
Just for fun.
I think the Australian Tasmanian devil played amazing tonight.
All right.
All right.
That's a good nugget.
Yes.
From Cooper Benson.
Yes.
Well, see ya.
All right. Thanks, Coop.
All right.
I do agree with that though. Ollie Smith was.
Yes, he was.
Was off the charts. Him and Colin Brown. What did you see from those two newcomers?
Just quality minutes for us in the second half. I thought Colin in particular brought a lot of energy and zest on the defensive end for us and really made it hard for their perimeter players up on top of our zone. And I thought he found a basket. I think actually took us into the lead, maybe the get layup. And they played with confidence overall in the half court. So, it's a big game for a true freshman. And but he's got a lot of confidence, and we got a lot of confidence in him. And then Ollie, he rebounded the ball really well. Again, using his length and his disruptive capability in our zone was a value today to us.
Week off after this run through the Peach Belt. You go 2-1. And you open up conference play next week at Coker under new direction, under a guy that you've seen before, Nick Pasqua. How do you utilize this to get ready for a trip to the Deloach Center and the Snakes?
I've not seen them play yet. I'll get on that tomorrow afternoon and going into Monday. So I don't really know what to expect, but I know Nick always has his team ready to go. He got a lot of experience as a head coach, a lot of success as a head coach. And, when you travel in this conference, no matter where you go, when you travel in this conference, you're going to get you have to deal with a lot. Good programs and competitive games. So we're getting our guys a day or so to rest and catch up, getting ready for finals right around the corner. And then we'll travel to South Carolina.
Chuck, pleasure's ours. Congrats on career win 400.
Great. Thanks, Kevin.
That's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Domino's postgame report rolls on. Braden Illick coming to the microphone. He'll be our premier player of the game. That's after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Miss out on tonight's postgame interviews? Check cneagles.com for stats, recaps, and videos from tonight's games. We close out the Domino's postgame report in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijo's, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijo's is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijo's features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
All right, back on the Domino's postgame report, Adam Cavalier alongside Ollie Smith. Ollie, stat sheet stuffer kind of night for you in a 66-58 win over Augusta. 11 points, 8 rebounds, an assist, a couple of steals, a rejection. On a day where defense prevails, what clicked for you, especially under a heavier minute load in the second half?
Yeah, I think obviously shots weren't falling for us today. I think our defensive emphasis was, really, really high, especially at halftime. So I think for me, just really focusing on, having good hands and trying to get tips and trying to make their lives really difficult. I think that's sort of where everything stemmed from.
Certainly felt like you made life difficult for the Jags, 28.1% shooting. When did you feel the zone really taking hold in the second half?
I think, we speak a lot about talons, 3 stops in a row, and I think we went on a run there, maybe 2 in a row at some stage. And I think, looking up and then hearing the bench sort of chanting defense, I knew that we had them in a good spot where we wanted them, and then I think we just needed to convert from there.
Rim protection was off the charts tonight. A school record 10 blocks from Braden Illick. How helpful was that down at the base of the zone?
Tell you what, it's very comforting to know if you get beat, if you got big Braden in there ready to block some shots. Just excellent from him. It's very impressive. School record, 10 blocks from Braden, so I'm very happy for him.
Week off after this run through the Peach Belt, 2-1. You go against Lander, North Georgia, and Augusta. You ready for SAC play and a trip to Coker after a week off? How do you process this one as you head to the Loach Center next Saturday?
I think we learn a lot about ourselves in this non-conference schedule. Faced a lot of adversity with the game against North Georgia, losing in that fashion, and then being able to come out today and win, albeit shots not falling. I think it just shows how resilient we are as a group. I think, in SAC play, very competitive this year, so we're going to need all the lessons we learned from there, and I think we're all excited to move on.
Ollie, pleasure. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
That is Ollie Smith as Carson-Newman prevails over the Augusta Jaguars by a final score of 66-58. Time now for our AEC electrifying play of the game, and we're going to give it to Colin Brown for this drive that gave Carson-Newman the lead for good with 9:19 to go in the second half. Here's our AEC electrifying play of the day. Today, Eagles front court. Brown swooping in, finishes with the left hand from the left side. Eagles have grabbed the lead. That is our AEC electrifying play of the game. AEC, member-owned and service-driven, bringing value to everyday life. After all, you're not just a utility customer. You are a co-op member. That is the Appalachian Electric Cooperative. Rolling on the Domino's post-game report, I'm Adam Cavalier, joined courtside by our premier player of the game, Braden Illick. Braden, drink your shot blocking juice, I suppose, this morning. Goodness gracious. I thought Bryant Thomas's single game record would stand forever and ever. 10 rejections on the day, and you influenced, I would say, countless more shots. What clicked protecting the rim today for you?
I don't know. I just came into this game more locked in on defense and trying to help our team do better on defensively and make sure I protect the rim.
It was at a stellar rate. You hold Augusta to 28% shooting. It wasn't just your shot blocking. I would say that the coverage of the zone did a lot for that as well. How did those two elements complement one another? Your rim protection buoyed by everybody else guarding the perimeter well.
Well, yeah, I think our guards and our outside floors made it difficult on drives and everything, and just walled up, and I can come behind and block shots. And we had to guard today. Our offense wasn't clicking at all, so our defense had to step it up, and we did a great job at that.
3 of 22 from beyond the arc. It felt like all those looks were good. They were within the confines of the offense. Is this just a matter of at some point they're going to fall?
Yeah. I mean, we've seen his shots.
They're the shots that you want to be taking.
100%.
Elias Powson came into this game as the reigning Peach Belt Player of the Week. You hold him to, I shouldn't say hold him to 18 points. That's above his season average.
Yeah.
But 6 of 19 from the field and 7 turnovers. What did you guys do to make life uncomfortable for Augusta's leading scorer?
Just be physical with him, make him work for everything that he got. I mean, he had 18 off 19 shots. I mean, I thought we did a pretty good job on us being physical with him, making it difficult for him.
Week off, Sac play opens up at Coker and the Deloach Center next Saturday to start the month of December. How do you process and use this one? A 4-1 run through the first part of non-conference play, a game on New Year's Eve against Tennessee Wesleyan notwithstanding. But how do you use this with league play starting Saturday against Coker?
Just go on, look at it tomorrow, look at this game tomorrow, and move past it and start getting ready for Coker.
Braden, pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Congrats. That is our premier player of the game and Carson-Newman's new single-game shot blocks record holder, Braden Illick. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. The premier team delivers service with pride. Braden Illick, our premier player of the game. Quickly around the South Atlantic Conference with some scores. Most everything has gone final. Anderson boat races Emory and Henry by 51, 97-46. The Trojans hammer E&H, who only made 4 shots in the first half. Anderson, balanced scoring effort. Caden Dawkins leads the way with 18, while Rashawn Engelman and Caleb Maccabee both have 14 apiece. The other game that was in progress and hadn't gone final was Tusculum playing host to Coker. And the Pioneers beat the buzzer. Dinaj Kimber hits a jumper with a second left to give the Pioneers a 70-68 win over Coker. That is Carson-Newman's next opponent. So the Eagles will be taking on a Coker team that might be licking its wounds after losing at the buzzer to a Tusculum team that shot 59% from the field after halftime. Bryce Jackson has 18 points. Isaiah Owens led Coker. 25 points, 4 boards, 5 assists in the losing effort. The other 2 games that were played earlier today, UVA Wise beats Virginia Lynchburg by 91, 146-55. And it is Wingate winning over Belmont Abbey 100-59. Newberry football on to the national quarterfinals with a 24-17 win over West Florida. And Carson-Newman's women victorious to start SAC play over Catawba 79-75. For our fantastic crew today, replay operator Jay West. No, he was our director. Our replay operator was Ian Johnson. Jay West was our director. Our great camera crew, Megan Ryan, Bahar Kurtulish, and Noah Pinland. I'm Adam Cavalier. Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control. Thanks for joining us for what comes out to be Chuck Benson's 400th career win. Eagles are 4-1 on the year, while the Augusta Jaguars fall to 3-5. We're off for a week. Back in action next Saturday with a doubleheader at 2 and 4 p.m. 1:45 airtime for the women's game at Coker with a 2 p.m. tip, and then the men's game following at 4 p.m. For all of us, we hope you've had a good Thanksgiving, some good Black Friday shopping. We'll talk to you next Saturday from the Deloach Center at Coker. Until then, have a pleasant rest of your Saturday, and good night from Holt FIeldhouse.
You've been listening to the Domino's Post-Game Report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilite, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burke Tar Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagle Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Andrew Rogers, Ian Johnson, Jay West, Brianna, she's just a girl, DeCrow, and Matt Scalzo. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game. This is the Eagle Sports Network.